Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a much needed clean on the main plant stand that is in my front room. As you can see, there's a bunch of dead leaves there that I've picked off of plants over time. I've kind of neglected this shelf and my plants for the last few months, but I am getting back to doing their maintenance and upkeep. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the shelf, moving everything around, give it a nice wipe down. When I went to clean it, I did have the bleach cleaner spray, the soap mixture spray that I use. However, I did not have, that's a terrarium right there that used to have a fern in it. I don't have any glass cleaner, so I'm just gonna wipe it down with what I have. And as far as like polishing out any streaks or anything, I'm gonna get some Windex later on, and I'll touch it up with that. But yeah, what you just saw there was an empty pot. Not sure why that was still up there. I probably got rid of a plant, which I have gotten rid of some things. I'll do a separate video on that just to update my collection. But I'm going to go ahead and give this shelf a nice cleaning, and yeah, then I'll show you it when it's all done. Alright, so here I didn't realize the camera has stopped recording. So I finished that first shelf, and now I'm going to start the second one. This shelf is actually from IKEA. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's the one that you've seen all over with in all the different plant groups and everything. This is that shelf in black. I place my plants on the shelves and the stands, I like to kind of mix and match patterns. So I try to break them up by pattern, height, different ones that have just like a different texture to them. Just like to break it up a little bit. So that's how I have them placed here right now, as you see me putting everything back in place after I've cleaned the second shelf. On this shelf, you can see I keep the plants that like to be right next to the humidifier. This is what is the brand? You all know this humidifier also. This is the one that, a lot of the plant people had. So one that's a little bit, in my opinion, expensive. It works pretty well. The only time that it really kicks out, and I should do a separate review video, the only time it really kicks out like a lot of steam is right after I've cleaned it with the vinegar and water. I've done that one time since I've owned it. It's probably coming up on time for me to do it again. Other than that, it doesn't really put out as much humidity as I've seen on other people. So I'll just take that to be, a sign of my hard water, and I should probably clean it with the vinegar more often. But I have it turned to the side there so that I can split the nozzles to where there's one pointing in each direction, because there's plants on both sides of it. So that's why I have it turned sideways like that. But I think I'm going to turn it back around just because it's kind of irritating me the way it looks turned sideways. So I'm going to turn it back around. That little plastic lid I have underneath there, I don't even remember where that was from. I found it around the house, and I put it under there to catch any water, because I used to have the humidifier on something else. So that looks pretty yucky from all of the buildup from the humidifier. So I'm going to replace that, but for the time being, I'm going to leave it there. Right now you can see I'm using my cordless vacuum. I did purchase this from Aldi's. I have a separate video on my main channel about it's an unboxing and a review, so you can check that out if you're interested. But I really like it because, as you can see, it does go underneath the shelf, and I'm able to clean around my plants without having to move everything around. Alright, so I'm done cleaning this main shelf. I'm turning the lights back on, the grow lights, and readjusting them. These lights I did purchase from Amazon. I don't remember how much they were. I had a coupon. I do recall that they were quite cheap, and I like them because they clamp on the end. Eventually, I want to get some other grow lights to kind of mount underneath each shelf. But in the meantime, here's this one. This one's nice and clean. Again, I'll probably get some Windex just to polish the glass up, but it looks much better. Like I said, I have been neglecting my plants for a while, so this was a much needed clean. And actually, the residue that was on the shelves, I had a spider mites episode, and I was spraying down with neem oil, so that was just layers and layers of that neem oil spray on the glass shelves. But as you can see, it definitely cleaned up really nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and clean the shelf right next to it as well. This one here is more dusty than anything. I like this little shelf here. I like the little collection of things I have on it. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a clean. And yeah, then I have one more table across the room that I'm going to clean off as well. so I'm all set with this one, as you can see here. Again, this is another one of my favorite little sections of the shelf. The bamboo plant there, and some different pothos, and then just a little stack of books at the bottom. So now I'm going to go across the room and clean up the last table. I actually got this yellow table from Goodwill. I really like it. It's really fun. I am noticing a little bit of wear to the paint, so I may have to repaint it. But I just keep the plants set on here that need the most light that they can get. So, whatever light we're getting during this winter time, they get it. So these stay there, and they've been doing well there. So that's why I left them. The ones across the room on the black shelf were actually moved over there away from the window, and they've been doing well over there. But I like to keep the ones that need to be closer to the windows on this yellow table. All right, so that's the last of my cleaning for today as far as the plants go. So they're cleaned up really nice, as you can see. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.